sent a strong warning to Katt Williams to keep his name out his mouth after Katt exposed and humiliated him in an explosive interview with Shanon Sharpe. Katt revealed in the interview that Ice and the other producers of the movie, Friday After Next, tried to force him to film a scene of him getting SA'd by Terry Crews's character Damon because they thought it would be funny to see a black man getting violated by another black man. Katt said he was disgusted that Ice Cube and the producers would even suggest for him to film a scene like that, especially since the movie was supposed to be a comedy film, and there was nothing comedic about getting SA'd. And now that Ice Cube got exposed, he's clapped back in a lengthy video where he straight up denied the allegations and seemingly suggested that Katt was lying.
The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with.
The situation is a mess, and it also reveals just how sick and twisted some of these men in Hollywood actually are behind the scenes. So if you've been on social media the past few days, then you've definitely seen Katt Williams trending a lot since his explosive 3-hour-long interview with Shanon Sharpe, where he basically put everybody's business out there and called out every celebrity you can think of for their nasty behavior, including Kevin Hart, Cedric the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, and Ludacris. At some point in the interview, Katt dragged Ricky Smiley for filth while addressing the comments Ricky made some time ago, claiming that Katt was supposed to play Santa Claus in Friday After Next, and he was supposed to play the role of Money Mike, but Katt pulled some strings and stole the role from him. Katt debunked the rumors and said the reason why the role of Money Mike ended up being given to him was because Ricky had a bad attitude on set and would constantly complain to anyone who would. This is where things get even more interesting, because while Katt was speaking about this, he also recalled the time Ice Cube and the producers of the movie tried to get him to film a scene of him getting cornered by Terry Crews in the bathroom and then getting SA'd by him because they thought the scene would be hilarious. Katt said he was strongly against this and told Ice and the producers that there was no way he was going to film that because there was absolutely nothing funny about someone getting SA'd. Katt also said this was a big risk on his part because this was his first ever movie, and they made him feel like he was being too demanding. Entire movie because it had so many graphic details like this inside of it, which he wasn't very happy with.
Here's the thing.
Exposed Terry Crews for trying to force him to take the role as it was without changing anything about it, but he still stood his ground and refused to do it unless the scenes were cut out. He later talked about how he got blackballed after forcing the producers to make all those changes to the movie, and from that point on, all of the movies he was supposed to be doing were handed over to Kevin Hart because he was willing to do them just as they were without changing anything about them. Now after this, people started going off on Ice Cube, and the heat got so bad that he ended up posting a whole 9 minutes long video addressing everything Katt had said in the interview. He started off by saying that Ricky was in fact originally cast as Money Mike in the movie, but after they went through the auditions, they realized he was more fit for the role of Santa Claus, so they gave him that role instead and gave Katt the role of Money Mike. He also slammed Katt for lying about rewriting the entire movie and claimed Katt was only allowed to make a few minor changes to the script to help make it better.
Ricky did give Money Mike a shot, but when we saw him and, we kind of saw how he moved and how he was, auditioning, we decided that he would be a better, Santa Claus, which was, to me, the perfect casting. When we saw Mike, damn, I call him Money Mike. When we saw Katt, when I saw him, I just knew that he was perfect for Money Mike. And, Katt, said he wrote his role, which, the role was written, but he enhanced it. This is why Katt was so dope in the movie. Money Mike had a small role, about as big as the Santa Claus role, but when we started filming, he was giving us such magic that we kept expanding his role and giving him more to do because he was on point. When we shoot these movies, for one, the scripts are fire, or they wouldn't even do it. The scripts are laugh out funny. But we shoot the script, But once we get what we need from the script, we let the comedians ad-lib, riff, play with the words, do their thing. We give them a take where they can, or 2, 3 takes where they can go off and do what they feel. Sometimes it makes the movie, sometimes it don't. When somebody gives you jewels, you want to try to make sure that makes the movie.
But Ice wasn't done just yet. He also denied there ever being any scene of Katt getting SA'd and seemingly suggested that Katt made it up in his head. He said he had no recollection of that ever being part of the film and that Katt probably remembers everything wrong.
Second thing I want to clear up, I would never shoot a scene in a movie, especially like Friday, where you actually see this happening on camera. That ain't my style. If you check out any of my movies, they not raunchy. We did a movie called Players Club where the subject matter was a little raunchy, but for the most part, even that, we left it to your imagination. So the only reason that kind of stuff is in the movie is because you have 3 villains in Friday After Next. You have Santa Claus stealing presents. You have Damon, just got out of prison, sweating Craig and Day Day for the rent money. And then you have Money Mike, a pimp that treats his woman, like a property. In everybody's career, we would listen to a certain extent, but we wasn't gonna change the movie for any actor. We do what we feel, and if it was a scene, it would have been in the movie. There was no reason not to shoot it. But that's not my style. I don't even like that kind of shit in movies.
But if y'all know Katt, then you know it's just a matter of time before he comes back swinging again with some more tea. As per usual, people have their own 2 cents to give on this whole situation. Like this person who said, notice not one person called Katt a liar yet. And let's stop acting like people can't remember something that happened 20 years ago. I see a lot of slow people in the comments saying Q basically calling Katt a liar. Just because ultimately it wasn't in the movie doesn't change the fact that it was an idea that was brought up. Just like when Dave Chappelle talked about them initially wanting to put him in a dress and he said no and they went a different direction. Another person said, time for everyone to wake up and take accountability. Without that, we are nothing as a nation or community. I would be a hypocrite to say I don't have to do the same. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Ice Cube going off on Katt for exposing him? And do you think Katt is going to come back again and clap back at Ice for calling him a liar? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.